The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, has announced the temporary closure of the runway at Murtala International Airport, Lagos, for rehabilitation work. The closure, scheduled for 3rd of March and 4th, comes just 2 weeks after the runway was reopened following the 11-month maintenance shutdown. In a memo dated February 28th, FAN's head of operations, J.U. Nwosu, cited safety concerns, stating that the construction equipment at the A2 taxiway link could pose a hazard to landing and departing aircrafts. The memo, addressed to the airport manager and the regional general manager for the Southwest region, emphasized the necessity of the closure to prevent operational risks. During the closure, the shorter domestic runway will handle all flight operations. While this runway is functional, its capacity constraints may lead to potential delays for both domestic and international flights. FAN has directed technical departments to enhance security and inspect facilities and enforce 24-hour surveillance to ensure smooth operations. The Lagos State House of Assembly has directed all staff and legislative aides to work remotely indefinitely to prevent potential violence from the ongoing leadership crisis. The directive, issued by Acting Clerk Mr. Babatunde Otun, was communicated in a memo to all staff in Lagos on Sunday. The memo is titled Amendment to Remote Work Schedule Arrangement. The News Agency of Nigeria reports that the crisis began after 32 lawmakers removed Speaker Mudashiru Obasa and ex-clerk Olalekan Onafeko in January. Obasa was replaced by his former deputy Mojisola Meranda and the new speaker. The crisis intensified on February the 17th when DSS operatives sealed off the assembly complex, preventing a plenary session. In spite of this, lawmakers forced their way into the chambers, held a session, and adjourned indefinitely, declaring a vote of confidence in Miranda. The federal government has mandated that road constructors will work on-site for at least 2 weeks before receiving mobilization fees. The statement, published on the ministry's website on Sunday, said the Minister of Works, David Umahi, announced this during an inspection of the Abuja-Kaduna Zaria-Kano dual carriageway. Umahi explained that the policy aims to ensure that only committed contractors handle Nigeria's road projects, thereby reducing cases of abandoned construction sites. The announcement that the road contractors must mobilize to the site at least 2 weeks before receiving mobilization fees follows the federal government's introduction of stricter payment conditions for constructors. Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals has announced that it will refund customers who purchase premium motor spirit PMS at rates higher than the advertised prices from any of its key partners, that is, AP, Hayden, or MRS across Nigeria. This move follows the refinery's recent reduction of its gantry price from 890 Naira per litre to 825 Naira per litre. The refinery stated that it is part of its ongoing efforts to ensure that Nigerians are the primary beneficiaries of the price reduction and in line with the President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, which aims to stimulate the economy. In a statement issued over the weekend, the refinery confirmed it will refund 65 Naira per litre on the over 200,000 metric tons of PMS purchased by marketers at the old gantry price of 890 per litre prior to the new rate of 825 Naira per litre. Dangote Refinery also absorbed 16 billion Naira loss by refunding 65 Naira per litre to marketers, so Nigerians will benefit from cheaper fuel. Donald Trump on Sunday named 5 cryptocurrencies under consideration for the new U.S. Strategic Reserve, sending their values skyrocketing and partly reversing a recent slump. In a post in his Truth Social network, the U.S. president said a working group he set up shortly after taking office, is moving forward with a reserve which will include 3 smaller cryptocurrencies: XRP, Solana, and Cardano. The value of all 3 digital currencies shot up on the news, with XRP trading for around 34% at 1 p.m. local time in Washington. Solana gained around 22% and Cardano rose more than 63%. Trump's post helped spur a broad rally among cryptocurrencies, which had plummeted in recent days as Trump's tariff threats and new scandals affecting the sector shook investors' confidence in the highly volatile assets. Top Washington officials suggested Sunday that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky might have to step down if a peace deal is to be reached, underscoring President Donald Trump's stunning shift in approach to the war with Russia. His remarks and those of other key Republicans followed Trump's dramatic turn against Zelensky during a contentious Oval Office meeting on Friday. The Republic spat with Trump, calling the Ukrainian disrespectful, resulted in Zelensky leaving the White House without the anticipated signing of a preliminary pact on sharing Ukrainian mineral rights. Zelensky had tried during the heated exchange to say that Kiev still needed security guarantees if it is to trust a peace deal with Moscow after a bitter 3-year war sparked by the Russian invasion. Significantly, given the uncertainty whether a deal can be salvaged, Trump on Sunday shared a reposting on his Truth Social platform, arguing that the mineral agreement itself would provide the needed security. Manchester United's dismissal season hit a new low on the FA Cup holders crashed out after a 4-3 penalty shootout defeat against Fulham in the 5th round on Sunday. Ruben Amorim's side trailed to Calvin Bass's first half opener at Old Trafford before Bruno Fernandes equalized to force a 1-1 draw after extra time. Fulham keeper Bernard Leno was the hero in the shootout as he saved from Victor Lindelof and Joshua Zirkzee, with the visitors converting all 4 of their kicks. Booed off at halftime, it was another wretched result for United in a season that sees them languishing in the 14th position in the Premier League. The 13-time FA Cup winners had reached the final for the last 2 seasons and beat Manchester City to lift the trophy last year. Danny Welbeck sent Brighton into the FA Cup quarterfinals as his extra-time strike clinched a dramatic 2-1 win against Newcastle in a stormy clash scarred by red cards for both teams. Alexander Isak's penalty put Newcastle ahead in the 5th round tie at St. James's Park. The former Newcastle winger, Yankuba Minte, equalized before the break, setting the stage for an explosive second half. Newcastle forward Anthony Gordon was sent off for violent conduct in the 83rd minute after shoving Brighton's Jan-Paul van Heck in the ground. Brighton were also reduced to 10 men late in the second half when TRAC Lamptey was dismissed for a second booking.